Now I'm going to make an outdoor cat shelter. I haven't done this before, so I'm going to be doing this firsthand. Now this smaller tub I already had. This larger tub is 110 litres I bought, and that was about £10. You need some straw. Don't use hay because it will absorb the water and it'll just become very soggy. This was from QD, about £3.50 I think. Polystyrene is a good insulator, but this is all I have. My mum bought me some bubble wrap, so I'm going to make use of that. And then I have bought some of this radiator foil. This is 4 meters. I bought 2 of these. You can get this from Screwfit for about £6. Then we're going to make the entrance with this, all being well. I have one of these Stanley knives. Already have this, but you can pick them up in B&M. This is Rolson make. And then we also need some sort of marker, because what we're going to do is create an entrance and we need to mark it out. And then the other thing we need is some duct tape just to put around the edges of the entrance so Kitty can't harm themselves. You can pick that up for a couple of quid, to be honest, in one of the cheap shops, so don't buy it from Amazon or anything. Then I also have this. This came as packaging with a parcel, so I've kept that for the purpose of this cat shelter. Now I don't know whether this is the right thing to do, but this is a like a bubble wrap jiffy bag, so I'm going to line the base with that. What we don't want is carpet, clothing or anything, newspaper, cardboard that absorbs the moisture or wet, because that will make Kitty cold. We need insulation. That odd piece of polystyrene, I've also put that on the base as well. So now what I'm going to do is attach bubble wrap to the outside of this 110 litre tub. Okay, so this is my effort so far. I've bubble wrapped the 2 long sides and this section at the back here, and I've left this open because we need to make the entrance. It's quite thick plastic, so I think it might be difficult. So anyway, we'll give it a go. So what we need to do first of all is draw an outline around the base of this plastic flower pot, and then we'll cut it out. So before cutting out the entrance, place your smaller box inside. We need both holes to marry up, so just make sure that when you place your flower pot against the exterior of the biggest box, it's in the right place for the smaller box inside. So as you can see, I didn't do a very good job. It was really hard and I ended up using a pair of old scissors. So I am just going to add some duct tape around here. The flower pot does fit in it and it is secure, but I need to just sort these edges out. So when you watch videos on YouTube and they're making a cat house and then they present something with this wonderful round circle, I have no idea how they do it. They must have some special machine, because even with a hairdryer it's really hard, as you can see. And also I would invest in a pair of these because bits of plastic fly off. So if you're not going to have a flower pot entrance, use the duct tape which you bought from a cheap shop, not on Amazon, and just tape around the edges just to protect Kitty. If you're using the flower pot method, to be honest, I would still do that. Okay, so I've double layered bubble wrap around the edges and I've put duct tape on just to try and secure it as best as possible. And then I've done at least 1 layer of straw, and then I put that in the bigger tub. So radiator foil is all around the edge. The box has been placed inside. I'm going to lay, just put the lid back on, and then I'm going to continue stuffing straw between the larger box and the smaller box. You're probably wondering why I'm doing this indoors. It's just because it's a couple of days before Christmas, and it's too cold outside, really. Well, it's not too bad today, but I just prefer to be in the warm. So making a right old mess indoors, but you know, I can get the Hoover out, sweep up what I can. And then when I put this outside, I'm gonna just stand it on some bricks, just so that it's off the floor. Anyway, I'll just continue with this, and then I'll show you the finished product. So in the end, I've unwrapped the hay really, and then I'm just spreading it out from here, and then what we do, we just put the black lid back on, and then just double check the entrance fits. So this is my lounge. I've got foster cats as well, so they'll probably love this. Whether you can see inside. When they film these for YouTube, they make it look so easy, but this entrance is not. So I've done the best I can. I think there's only enough room for one cat, but I'll try and have a look for something else that doesn't involve cutting into plastic. I just like to try things firsthand rather than trying something and then filming it as a perfection, because at least it shows how hard some things can be. So I've decided just to leave the entrance like this because I can't even cut through that. And that's another thing that's shown to be easy. So because there's so much straw in here, it's not clipping down. It's only a cheapy one anyway. So I'm going to secure it with some duct tape. And then I've got a waterproof covering, and then that will go over the top. And then I'll weigh it down with some bricks, and I'll stand it on bricks just to get it off the cold floor. And fingers crossed, it'll get used. So in the end, I found an upturned seed tray. I faced the entrance towards the shed, if you can see that. And then I've just covered it with this cheap tarpaulin and weighed it down with some wood. So fingers crossed, a little cat will find this outdoor shelter.